Yeah.
Somebody's coming.
Real quickly, how'd the boo-ha-ha go? Has anybody got a report on it?
Haven't heard the total yet.
Can we have a roll call, please?
Cannageeser,
Here.
Marks,
Here.
King, Seaver, Graves,
Here,
Shelby,
Here.
Item number 2, petitions from the audience. Hearing none. Item number 3, discuss and possibly approve the minutes of the October 25th, 2021 regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion's made,
second,
seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 4, discuss and possibly recommend council action regarding another December special at the Pryor Creek Golf Course for a 15-month membership for the cost of 1 year membership.
Good evening, everyone. So, basically, when I look back at last year, that promotion we did, I thought it was very successful, and we got things going really good at the golf course. So I want to keep promoting it and doing everything that we can. You know, my guru says that we have to deliver more value, and that's how we're going to sell things. I think that's what we did last year, so I want to try that again this year. And it went. I never found one flaw we had in it last year. Did you ever hear anything, Bill? Any complaints or anything?
No,
But it's all good, so
yeah.
I'd like to try that again this year.
I'm assuming this is converting, people that bought it last year, there's no advantage to buying it this year because they're already covered.
Right. The advantage that a regular member would have would be that just in case memberships went up next year, they could pre-buy,
Oh, okay,
okay? And so they can pre-buy it and still get some of the other value things that we threw in there. But, you know, we don't know if memberships will go up. You know, I do know that there is some things that we might need to increase. So I want to look at that and come back with you in that. But I do have that in my business plan to raise some things next year. I think the cart fees is in that to be raised. So, but we'll take a look at that. But you know, we've made two want to look at, you know, anything else, you know, memberships, but they buy in December, they're guaranteed that what the rates are now.
You know, there's a lot of, who is it that does it in Tulsa? There's somebody that does it, advertises on a sports channel. They have that special to where you go on, buy it now, and you get so many months free. And
Yeah, I'm not sure who
I don't remember which
was
one.
in that.
Not Bailey, it's somebody like that, or Tulsa.
The Fortune, or,
I think it's Tulsa Golf. I don't think it's Tulsa Golf Club. It's somebody like that. They're over there. That they advertise. You get, if you buy now, you get 3 months free, basically.
Yeah.
About like what we did the year before last, or
Right.
something like that. I think it's a good idea. I think we do it.
yeah.
well, just out of we're trying to get out of here by 6. I do have a question, how this functionally, how it works. if I went and bought, can I only buy it in December? And it runs from January through the next,
March,
Yeah,
March?
April, whatever,
Right.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you know, that's kind of the way we did it last year. You know, we didn't start really promoting it till December because of the board meeting. And then when we did, so yeah, you can buy it in December and start using it then if you want, as far as I'm concerned. And you just get 3 months free if you're a new member like yourself. And then, so your membership anniversary would be 15 months, would be your anniversary date, from the day of purchase.
Oh, okay, so and if I bought it again the next year, can I,
Still do the special? Or-
can you only do the special in December? Or can you do it any time during the year?
Just December.
Yeah, just December. is
That's
the way
when we,
Way we did
Okay.
it last year, just a month, it's just a 30-day special.
All right,
and that included the one
Month.
round a month for guests.
Right.
And I don't know if you're gonna put the range balls in there again.
Yeah, we did the free green fee card for once a month. You can bring a guest once a month for free. And I threw in a range ball card with a little punch card.
okay.
You just get so many buckets of balls for free. And we did the rec center. I'll have to check with Jessica. I meant to do that, but I failed to do that because it slipped my mind if Jessica would be still interested in doing the same thing with the rec center, the 1 month free.
Okay.
But if she don't, we'll may try to even find some other different value to proposition to add. We're talking about doing our special that we did, marketing special last year, talking about just redoing it again this year.
Hey, whatever you're doing is great.
Yeah, it's
And
doing,
your
it's
numbers are
working
great, so
Yeah.
hey,
So, that's what we wanna do, is keep promoting, and then promote a little more.
I would entertain a motion to that.
I'll make a motion.
Motion's made. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a second. More discussion? Call for the vote.
Kenny Geeser,
Yes?
Marks,
Yes.
Seaver,
yes.
Graves,
Yes,
Shelby.
Yes.
So,
Motion
Mr.
carried.
Graves, would you like for us to sign you up December 1st?
I need to work on my swing a little more.
That's how you work on it. You get out there, if you're a member, you'll work on it. All right?
Item number 5, park report. Mr. Powell.
Time of year, not a whole lot. Been winterizing everything, shutting everything down. Got Christmas lights up today. So if you drive by, you know, usually that first night, there's some that don't work.
I was gonna say, there was something not working as I drove by, and I thought, well, maybe they're just getting them all there and all on yet.
Yeah, the main thing's just getting them up
Yeah.
that first day. Still gotta put the snowflakes up on the lights, that's probably tomorrow. But, other than that, I thought I'd never have to do this, but I broke down and ordered signs to put around the park, like no unauthorized vehicles. I mean, we're getting drivers constantly now in the park, on the trail, at the shelters. They'll drive to the bathrooms. Yeah, they'll circle around that east side and get to the bridge and get stuck, you know, or not stuck, but like, you know, and so, yeah, I'm actually having signs made. No, and
We're gonna have to put some barricades along there?
there's a couple places, okay, so I've got the rest of the tubing, like for the Bobby Buck shelter, and then I bought a bunch of pipe and cable. So at Bobby Buck, they're doing the same thing at Bobby Buck. So we're gonna wrap those new parking lots with like pipe and cable. And the only way then to get in Bobby Buck would be to drive through a ditch. But I've bought a few extra sticks, and there's a couple of areas at Whitaker that we're gonna do this to. And then, on the east side of the pond, for a couple years, I've been wanting where the railroad ties are, where everybody parks up. We've been wanting to take those out and put in an actual concrete curb. And so now we're to the, well, it's gonna be a little bit taller because water runs just, when they overlaid that street a few years ago, water just runs straight off and washes out the trail. But so when we put the concrete trail on, now we're talking about mounting, like either be a pipe fence or pipe and cable all along that stretch. But right on the curve there, at the end of the splash pad, we had that pipe fence. Well, then we actually put up a gate there after the bathrooms were done. People still pull up in between the tree and that gate, so we're gonna wrap that corner there, and then on the east side, there's a certain area, but yeah, I don't know.
There's a certain group, I see it, and I can't remember what night it is, keep paying attention. There's a big red Suburban
I think they're there right now, but.
they're always doing a food thing, and there's a big group, and I think, okay, is this somebody from a church, or is this a certain group? It looks like more than just a family doing it, but it's every
I
week.
think they're feeding homeless or something, but the thing is, other people see them pull up in there, then they think it's all right. So, and then I had one lady, she pulled in on the east side, and she's the one that got down to the bridge and said, well, I see signs with no bicycles, but I didn't see anything about driving. So, yeah, it's getting.
Well, you get a couple, three of them hung up on that cable, you find out who's doing it, won't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting where, like I said, we joke around, but you're gonna be afraid to go run around in the park, you get run over, or, speed limit signs or speed bumps is next. But yeah, so it's come down to that, where I'm gonna put some signs up. And since it is already in the code ordinance book, that there is no vehicles like allowed unless it's been okayed or whatever. So on the sign, I'm putting, per code ordinance. And, so.
Get some dummy cameras and put up on those light poles and say, smile, we're getting your tag now.
Well, Trader's Days, Trader's Day,
Yeah,
everybody parks
now that
up
Trader's
there.
Day's over, I'm gonna I still wanna change something with Trader's Day. Personally, I'd like to either get it out of the park, or maybe make it where they set up on the north side of the pool only, and get them out of the park. That's when we're having a lot of the issues of them driving on the trail and they're going to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I'm working on that. I got maybe a few winter months before it restarts to see if I can get, something changed with that.
It's a walking trail, not a road.
Yeah, like I said, the last time I was here, somebody actually wrecked into the pole. They actually had to have it towed.
Maybe you need to paint a line down the middle of it so they know which direction to go.
But it's bad. They pull in. They have to pull in, and where they do it, they got to know it's not right because they're having to pull in. Yeah. But it's going to be hard to
People's
block
not
the
really.
law.
Need a little Clorox?
Yeah.
But anyway, other than that, that's about all we got going on right now. And like I said, we're getting ready. I've bought the steel. I had a lot of it, but so now the next project will be maybe the shelter for Bobby Buck and then this pipe and cable, over there. And still got quite a bit to do at Bobby Buck. And so as long as the weather cooperates, we always keep those few winter jobs if the weather gets bad.
Well, it was really nice, having nice bathroom facilities. We went there after the Veterans Parade. Several of the schools walked down to the park to play, and it was really nice.
Yeah. And, homeless people, we're fighting that too, but there's only so much we can do on our part of that. And there's a certain one we deal with, and it's kind of funny. Some of the other regulars will tell you this certain one's crazy. So it's bad when a homeless person tells you. I don't know if that's funny or not. But it's, they're like, yeah, that one's crazy. We stay with that.
I think I've heard it all now.
Because there's your usual ones that sleep and then they're gone. And then there's ones that do trash it. And so it goes either way.
You think now that the bathrooms are winterized, they'll move on?
Well, we do a thing. We started 2 or 3 years ago from daylight to daylight. We lock them up when we leave. Because with winter, it gets dark hour after we leave work, and then the temperature usually drops. So from daylight to daylight in March, whenever we lock them down when we leave. All other restrooms and fountains are shut down and winterized. But Leo and I started a thing too a few years ago, like when he would come in on the weekends, this is how we've always done it. And if the high was gonna be 50 degrees, we opened them. If the high was gonna be below 50, he didn't even open them. Because if it wasn't gonna be 50, that means it was cold that night, and, so far it's worked. We haven't had any major complaints on it. And if there's like the Trader's Day, I ask to keep them open, or if there is an event, we work around that. But that's how we do that. And other than that, though, just
Okay, anything else? Anything for Frank? Thank you, Frank.
Item number 6, golf course report.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, golf course things are really going good out there, so our revenue's good, the weather's good, staff is great, so, we're doing just a lot of really good things. We've already exceeded, November has already exceeded last November's, and so, that makes 5 months in a row we've exceeded last year's numbers. I mean, last year's numbers were really impressive. So, I just couldn't be happier with the direction we're headed. Maintenance, general fall maintenance is going real good. Any questions as far as maintenance or anything goes?
Any equipment that you're gonna need upcoming?
Yes.
You got budgeted?
Well, I don't have any equipment budgeted, but, so I did wanna look at our numbers and see how much revenue I had left over from last year to see, we need a greens roller really bad. That will really improve our situation, cause we're using a roller that pulls behind just a pull behind roller. And so it's kind of a weak link right now. So they make a regular greens roller, and they're faster, it's more productive, it does a better job. So it's another step for improving our golf course and being more efficient with it. But other than that, a pickup truck's eventually on.
I was gonna say,
the horizon,
pickup
so-
truck probably the
So,
next
But
one.
the mayor's supposed to be working on that for me, so hopefully, they're having one that they're gonna surplus into the city, maybe. But other than that, that's really about it.
Maintenance on your maintenance building still doing pretty good and stuff like that. Did you have your maintenance building repaired?
Yes, we had the roof
Earlier,
repaired.
no
Yeah,
problem.
What about heating that,
Yeah,
cart barn?
yeah, we're gonna have to put heat in our cart building because we're keeping so much equipment up there, sprayer and stuff like that, so, we got our lift up there. So we'll have to put heat, so I'm gonna have to get some bids from a few places and have a heater installed in there this winter, so I gotta get after that pretty quick. But, that's about it as far as that goes. We are working on our pump station, like I said, we got 2 motors that are down, so we feel like fixing one of them's real easy, we don't know about the other till we get another electrician out there, so. But we have floated it up already, and we're real close to figuring that thing out. Probably be next week after Thanksgiving week over here, and the next week we'll attack that pump station and see where we're at on that. And, cause I wanna have that in good shape, cause the pump station in good shape going into spring makes everything really go good. Pump station's like the heart of the golf course, so. Other than that, maintenance, as far as, we did our Halloween festival, the Boo Ha Ha. It went just terrific. We were hoping that it would go good, but when you plan something you've never done before, you never know what to expect. But it went very good. Of course, we had a few learning curves that we figured out, which is really good. But I think everybody on our board was happy. We had the mayor, he was out there. 2 of the council members were out there, so helping work, and Janice Bell helped work. So we had a big staff of volunteers, and it was 99% volunteers. I don't think we paid anybody other than just a vendor or something to bring porta potties out or something like that. But working on our revenue numbers, I think was a little over $14,000 we generated, and I think we probably spent somewhere around $7,000. So a pretty nice little profit there, and of course, the board will get together and, they will suggest to y'all, I guess, what they'd like to do with that money, and, how they're gonna split it up. I know somebody said they thought the golf course ought to get about half of it, and then the other half go to nonprofits, so, but they'll figure all that out. But yeah, it was great, you know, we had over 1,000 people the first night, and, we thought, oh, this is really good, and then the Saturday night came, and we couldn't, you know, we thought we really planned ahead far enough, but we'll park them all down the High Lines, we'll fill up our parking lot, park them all down the High Lines, and I get a call and said, hey, you know, they're running out of room on the High Lines, and that is a lot of cars. And I'm running the rides, and I asked Bill, I said, Bill, man, I need your help. Can you go over there and figure out how to start parking cars in the driving range? So when about 3/4 way through the night, I talked to some of the police officers, said, man, you had well over 2,000 people here. So, you know, we're figuring about 2,400 on Saturday night, and that's a lot of people. And then we turned around and had probably another 600 to 800 on Sunday night. So, you know, we did a lot of people, you know, close to 4,000 people on that festival. A lot of great and everybody, you know, with a few hiccups, it took, you know, we had people standing in line for an hour for the Halloween rides. They were all understanding, hey, we know it's your first time, and so it all went really good. We learned a lot of things that we're gonna do different. The board is already really excited about starting next year, so we will meet in January, and because they want it to be bigger than it was this year, and I think it's gonna really blow up to next year to even be, I mean, something really fantastic. I don't know of any event that anybody associated with the city puts on that brings that many people in. So I can't think of when they've had 4,000 people at an event in Pryor. Somebody said, you know, maybe some band competition or something a long time ago, but I don't know. But I'm proud of that, you know, and the biggest thing that, you know, and I'll have some pictures for you guys and the numbers at the next meeting, but they had, it's all the kids that were out there. I mean, kids were having fun, and it was really a fun festival for those kids. So we had the police were out there, the fire were out there. One lady commented that she really felt safe, you know, out there because all the deals, the security and stuff that we had. And then, you know, we had a few comments, you know, where people didn't like something, but, you know, all those little things that they commented on, I think it's easy for us to fix and make it bigger and better next year.
You can't please everybody.
No, you're not gonna please them all, but we had a bunch of happy people, and we brought people in, you know, I seen golfers from Claremore, Broken Arrow, you know, it's crazy, you know, hey, you know, I recognize you as one of my golfers, and got his family out there. Some people come Friday night, turn around, come back Saturday night. I go, wow, that's pretty good, you know, come 2 nights in a row, so.
The only feedback I got, and this might help with the parking, is some parents told me, of course, I'm with small children, that they wish you would've had daytime hours.
Yeah.
They would like to have come out during the day and bring 4 or 5-year-old, because they don't care about the spooky ride. I mean, they still want to do the hay ride, they still want to
Right.
do all the fun things, but you know their kids go to bed by
Yeah.
7:30, 8 o'clock, but wish you would have had an afternoon.
Right, and that's a
That they
good
could've-
point, and that's one of the things that we kinda took away from this, is that we had some things for little kids to do, but we're gonna focus on more, things for the little ones, and age-specific, things for the kids to do, and we was kinda focused on mainly just the little ones a little bit, and we didn't have something for 15-year-olds to do too much, as far as the games and that kinda stuff goes, but that's a good idea, you know, them little ones like to come out during the daytime, they're not, you know.
And they
you
still like
said.
the hay ride and like all the.
Yeah,
things
they can
that-
hop on that 3 or 4 o'clock in the day, so that's something that we'll have to look at and see.
Well, it's a learning curve. I mean, you're
Yeah,
learning
yeah.
everything that you need
Exactly.
Oh,
to
yeah,
change.
I think it was great, the parents
Right.
To have
loved
that
it.
many people out
Oh,
there.
yeah, they
Yeah.
loved it.
I mean, if you know if you get it this, you know, got that much the first time, I can't
Yeah.
imagine improving upon it doesn't help it any.
Yeah, I think we had a
Well-
good proof of concept.
Oh, I do
Yeah,
too.
it's gonna
I heard
work.
nothing but
Now
good
we
things
can-
about it.
now
It's
we
good to hear that at the football game not every
Yeah.
Friday night too, which.
Yeah, and Friday night was a football game here in town, but we still had 1,000 people out there. you
Well,
know.
see, and not far north, you know, they have games and stuff for kids to play, but it's $15 a person.
Right, Yeah, see,
Got a
that's hard.
pumpkin patch, you know, and that's a hayride, but it's 15 a person, that sets you up about pretty good. So your
Yeah.
pricing was great, they thought that was great.
Yeah, and I think if we get enough vendors and stuff like, you know, more than we did this year, and now that we kinda know what we're doing, that, you know, that's the whole deal. I want where a family can say, hey, let's hop in the car and go out there. And then if they wanna ride the rides, they can pay a little extra money and ride the rides, but not, you know, most families can't
Right.
afford to spend a lot of money, you know. And so, but we can still make it where they can come out there, very economical, and have a bunch of fun with the kids, and don't cost them anything. if they want. So, any questions on that? So I just recently went to the Oklahoma Turf Grass Conference. I have to go to that every year to get my CEUs to maintain my spraying license, so that went really good. I took Alan. Alan's in the process of getting his license, so hopefully this winter, and we've talked about it, he'll get his license, and then that way I won't be the only one out there with the license, and that'll help us in a lot of different ways. He'll learn a lot, which he went to the meetings with me, and we took away some good things there from the meeting, so that every time I go to a meeting like that, I always try to figure out what top 3 things can we learn from these people and bring back to our course and implement those. And so we got some things there we're going to implement so we can keep trying to be better next year than we were this year. So other than that, I think I about covered everything. Am I
We
missing
had that
anything?
November golf tournament.
Oh, yeah, we had the Reincarnation Cottages. We held their tournament, and that went real well. They ended up with 48 players, which in November is,
Wow, that's a bunch.
it's good, right? Yeah, 48 players, you know, at $40 a person, that's, you know, golf course did good. So, but that went really good, but even at that, with a small amount, they worked really hard, and we raised like $5,100. So they made $5,100 on a real quick put-together tournament. They didn't do it like maybe 5 or 6 weeks out. And they say, let's do this. I said, okay, we're gonna have to, you know, get after it. And they
And the
did.
golf course got, what, a couple thousand out of
Yeah,
that?
we did about $2,000 on it. So
So that was a good Saturday.
yeah, good Saturday for us, and good exposure, you know, because a lot of those tournament people come from out of town. So it really went great, and then they were so excited that they took that money and they said they were going to go buy a van for to shuttle more people around. And they were real tickled because and they wanted to, so they're going to start planning now for next year. So those are
Awesome.
a lot of good things. So that's all I have. Anything else?
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Item number 7, unforeseen
this
business.
is be over?
Item number 8, I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second?
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.